Hello, how are we? Welcome in. How you doing, Sanius? How you doing, boyo? Never fear, the beard is now here. How are you? I'm alive, I'm very alive. I'm clearly quite alive. I think. I haven't been to a doctor in a while, I haven't had a pulse taken. I feel pain, does that count? I think I'm alive. You want me to stub my toe to prove it? I have no idea what I'm on about. How you doing, Penna-chan? How is everything? How are we? How is the world? Oi, Luca, how are you? It's been a while, I'm sorry, I've been away. Work's been kinda hectic. There's been things in the way. Life's a prick. The easiest way of summing it up. But no, I've had work. I've had work. They're 10-hour days. It's very difficult to come home and just decide to stream knowing I have to go straight back to bed. But how are we? How have we been? Oh, well, that sums it up, really, doesn't it? I'm sorry to hear that. You see, I'm not the only pessimistic one. Agreed. I don't think that's helping as much as you think it's helping. My car is still nowhere to be seen. Meaning no PC. Where's your... What do you mean your car? Where's your car? What happened to your car? It broke down a month ago. Didn't you use your car to go to like your old apartment or something? Is by any chance the problem that it's old? Look, you're not supposed to be helping, but you're at least mediating the situation. That's the point. 20 years isn't old. Are you sure? You sure that's not old for a car? Because we have taxes and stuff that skyrocket for anything that's 20 years or over here. Welcome in, Penny-chan. Welcome over. How was the flight? First owner barely used it. That's a bad thing. That's actually a bad thing. You have... The thing is with cars is that you have to use them often enough in a week. You can't let it just sit there idle. That's a good thing. Less kilometers. No. The less kilometers is a good thing, but if it's never being used, it's idle. So the fluids and everything inside start to seize up. There is an in-between. It causes a lot of problems because the oil and everything inside aren't moving and they're not being shot through the engine. I got a little over 120 kilometers on it or something. It's a 20-year-old car. How is... It's the same amount my car has. And mine's 10 years old. And for the last 5 years, it was only driven 10 kilometers a day. Jesus, not even. Like 3 kilometers. And then when I had it and I was going to work, it was barely a kilometer. It's only in the last couple of months it's gone... It's okay, in the last couple of months it's been doing a lot of driving. You can't announce yourself every time as nipples. We've gone over this. We've had chats, we've had therapy, we've helped you through this. There are other words in the system that you can use. You can use any of them. You could pick them from the air. It doesn't always have to be nipples. Look, the therapist has said that this is a problem, okay? We have to get off this fixation. It's damaging now. I use it to go back and forth to my apartments, which is 221 away. Fucking okay, fair enough. Yeah, but how long has it been sitting there since now? Since then? Since whenever that was. Yeah. That's what I meant to say. Air nipples. No, don't add to that. It sounds like a good way to announce oneself. If you do it once or twice, when it's 400 times a week, you start to think there's a problem. Mine's also 20. Probably closer to 30. Jesus. I don't know, it worked fine till it didn't. That's how, to be fair, that's how it usually goes. Cars usually work completely fine until they don't. You could say that about anything. My airplane this morning, it worked perfectly fine until it didn't. My legs were working fantastically until they didn't. I just want to ask anyone, is anyone else getting stream constantly refreshing? Mine isn't, but I might be a bit more connections coming from me. I wouldn't imagine it would be refreshing on me. If it was refreshing on me, there would be definitely a problem. Might be the bit right. I do have it quite high. I have it quite toasty. Like overly toasty. How we doing, Happy? How's this evening treating you? How have you been? Okay, nope, it's my side. Oh, okay. At least now I know it's your side. Because if it was my side, I'd like to know how to fix it. Okay, I should point out, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, in life, generally, I don't know what I'm doing, but for the stream, I don't know what I'm doing. I think we're just going to do post-content. I have a lot of catching up to do. I haven't touched anything since the last time we streamed it. Opened another stream now and it's also buffering. Oh, okay, it's still unfortunate. Good, thanks. I finally unlocked Boja. Oh, very well done. It's not overly difficult to unlock. It can take a small bit to get through it all, though. To unlock all the other areas and that. But it's got good glamour. It's got good glamours and stuff. Plus, the relics come from there. It's worth going through just for the extra stuff. Plus, it has its own storylines and that, so you can actually... You know, you're getting some story out of it as well as other things. And a lot of people still do Boja. Like, a lot of people. What server you play on? I play on Cerberus. I play upon the three-headed dog. I play upon the three-headed... We're over there. Well, you need to do 3 raids first, so it did take a while to find people. Yeah, no, the raids through them, alright, take a bit. I think it depends on certain times and such, because people do like to do the raids because they give a lot of the coins and such. I think it highly depends on the patch cycle, where people are, time of day, all that jazz. Same as any game. I can't remember what time it was easier to do on our server. I really don't. It's been so long since I've done it. I'm gonna go change the background color because I look very pale in this purple light. That was my fucking fucking funny bone. Whoever named it the funny bone, sure, sounds all funny and that, but that guy's a cunt. Ow. Yeah, we'll go red, or we'll go to orange. Orange looks good. Oh. Who's laughing at someone else's pain? I do, to be fair, every time someone knocks their funny bone, I do chuckle. Quite loudly. Sometimes a lot louder than I should. Sometimes I feel when you're laughing at someone's pain after they've knocked their funny bone, it is best to get really up close to their face. Just so they know specifically you are laughing at them. The actual name of the bone is humorous. Yeah, well, that doctor can humorously go fuck himself. How dare they? Bear with me, I'm going to continuously moan until the pain goes away. I don't know why they call it a bone nor funny. Well, the humerus itself is a bone. To be fair, around it is mostly just... No, that's a bone. It's clearly a bone. It's clearly a bone. But that little area where you knock in there, no, it's just cartilage. The funny bone isn't a bone. No, the funny bone itself isn't a bone, but where the area of which we refer to as a funny bone has a bone, which is just right in here. It fucking hurts. Still a better word than what we call it. What do you call it, Poyo? What's it in Dutch? Little telephone bone. Is it because when you hit it, you yell so loudly that someone could hear you as if you were on the telephone? I'm not accepting any other responses than that. If there is any other reason than that, someone has messed up royally and it needs to be fixed. Pronto. Preferably with a yacht. In their garden. Only little. Well, to be fair, technically it is little. It's only like a little... Everybody knows what our funny bone is. I don't know why I keep... Look, children, right here. This is where you'll find the funny bone. This is the little area of your elbow where if you tip it off something, you'll cry and shit yourself twice. It's the only bone in the body where you change your fucking religion when you hit it. Nah, that's huge. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been lifting things to and from a fridge a lot. But anyway, how are we? I dare ask again. I'm supposed to be reminding myself to write things down. I haven't done a lot of things in a lot of time. That's not how you talk to people. Do you finish all the MSQ? I finished the main Endwalker MSQ. We have not finished the post-content MSQ, which is what I want to kind of crack on with today because I have a lot of catching up to do. Because we only have 1 month. We have 1 month to do it. Now, I don't want to make any promises. Actually, there's 2 things that I don't want to make any promises on. Yeah, work away, Penny-chan. Work away. I love adding people. I don't want my friends list being too sparse. Sometimes I need some extra bodies for things. Meat shields. Yeah, meat shields. But now I don't want to make any promises. It's just an idea. First one is, which is actually more of a, hopefully will probably do, I will have the time, is I will be taking some time off work in the next 2 weeks. I want to stream a lot in that period so we can finish the MSQ. We can finish off all the post content up to where it is. So that's plan. And then I think that's in, yeah, it's 2 weeks. So that I want to do that. Number 2 is something I want to try to do, but I'm not fully committing to it as of yet. Is herself might be after she goes away on holidays, when she comes back, which is in around the same length of time, is to try the 100-day challenge. So basically, I will not be overly committed to it as much, I will say. I probably will have things to do, but it will be an aim to at least stream for at least an hour or two every single day. Mine heavily depends on the job that I am in. Heavily. So around that time, I am hoping to not fucking be where I am. What's the Gold Gabrielle mount? Did I miss a mount that I was unaware of? Thanks for the bits, Benny-chan. Did I miss something about that? Took me 800 hours, but I got it all done. No, I want that rare Gold Gabrielle mount. Jeez, it took you 800 hours. I like, to be fair, you say it only took you 800 hours, or, you know, that you did. Mine so far is a little further than 800 hours. a lot more. You have been upgraded to Meat Shield. Where can I meet you? I'm in the fucking Gold Saucer. That's where you'll find me. Finish Kingdom Hearts. I would rather blow my dad. I love Kingdom Hearts, but I'm not doing it on stream. I have also currently started playing Persona Royal 3, so I would rather finish that first before deciding to try Kingdom Hearts again. Boja, the lockbox is like 20 million plus plus on the market. Thing is I've probably seen it. I just don't remember it. I will be going through mounts and such. But once I actually finish the story itself, so I have caught up fully. Minecraft. We could do another Minecraft stream. A Minecraft stream is fine. We can do that at any stage. If I was doing a Kingdom Hearts stream, we would need to do it and then continuously do it until I actually beat the fucking thing. We don't want to do what happened last time where I play it once a week and then ended up not finishing it because it took so goddamn long to end up finishing, not to mention we got lost in the little fucking mermaid. Sorry, there's a lot of build-up there, a lot of anxiety, a lot of anger. We did that stream for 6 hours. Wuthering Waves first. No, I have another game first, and then we'll do Wuthering Waves. There is one game I want to do first. Oh god, the absolute horror of the Minecraft stream! The last one almost killed Taz. I know. That's why I want to do another one. I got so lost so many times on Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 1 is a beautiful game, and a very simple map layout. But the map layout itself it's disastrous. It's just they try to intertwine everything because the areas are so small and you got so lost so quickly. The Little Mermaids area, Tarzan's jungle, which you don't get lost in, but you don't know where you're supposed to go between every quest because it's such a small fucking place. And then on top of it, what's the other one that's really, really fucking annoying? Aladdin's World. Because it's like a small, squared out labyrinth in the town. And it's the same problem. You have to go one place, and you have to go back a place, and you have to go back and forward, and then back out. Pain in the fucking arse. Completely throws you off in comparison to other maps like Halloween Town or the White Whale for Pinocchio. It's why I like I'm about to say Persona. It's why I like Kingdom Hearts 2 so much more. The maps are just vastly better designed. You know where you're going, what you're doing. There's less filler in getting around the map than there is actually being in the action. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 is even vastly better on that. But then again, Kingdom Hearts 3 tries to be a very pretend open world, which I wasn't too gone on. Not to mention it's very short. Kingdom Hearts 3 is really fucking short. Monstro sucks. I keep getting lost in that one than anything else. I find Monstro's easier because it's kind of a straight line. Straight line, up the valves, meet the boss, done. I think on stream we beat Monstro in like 40 minutes.
What in the fuck knuckles is this?
It's nostalgia, you uncultured fuck. Come on, get used to it. You can YouTube this. I'd rather be playing Birth by Sleep. I've yet to play Birth by Sleep. I probably can play Birth by Sleep because I believe they updated the trilogy, or not the trilogy, the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 1 or 2.5. They upgraded that to have Birth by Sleep. When I went off and re-got them and replayed them through that, you didn't have that. It was just a cinematic. And the 357 days or 358 days, that as well was just a cinematic. Because I remember because I was doing that and I rang you on Discord or messaged you to ask you, hey, how long is the intro for 358 days? And you just said, it's long. It's like, oh, it felt like an hour. And then I just text you back going, I'm at the credits scene. You're like, there isn't a credits scene in the beginning. It was like, oh wait, I'm done. That fucking game and its long ass fuck tutorial. Yeah, but they changed the combat system and all for that. It's all coming to Steam soon. It is. I will be buying it on Steam. I hated having to buy it on Epic. Yeah, I never understood the title for that game. I never got to play it. My problem with like 2.5, 2.8 and all that is that they're patches. They're something that could be added to the game as a whole. And yet they're brought out as separate fucking games. Remember when I beat that tutorial, then my DS got stolen? Oh yeah, I remember you saying that to me. You have had horrific luck when it comes to fucking Nintendo products. Because I remember when we were in primary school, your Game Boy went fucking missing when we were in school. That was never found either. Or it was the games, I can't remember, but fucking something was taken and no one ever found the fucking things. Thanks to someone, Penny Chan. Thanks very much. It was so much work. I wouldn't know. I've never gotten to play it. Yeah, actually, what is with my ads? That is another one after popping up. Have they changed the ads on Twitch? One sec, I'm just going to note that down. Just so I can recheck that after, because I had it on the lowest. I hope they haven't changed the lowest, because that would be fucking annoying. Love ads, makes me happy. Why do ads make you happy? Do ads give you the fuzzies? Now, I've got to point out, it's not going to be an overly long stream. I'm only going to be on for about 2 hours altogether, because I have some plans for tonight, but I will be back again during the week. I know it's not normal to say at the start of the stream, but it's just to say I will be streaming. I've had my two or so weeks off. It's 358 days from the view of Roxas and Xeon, so it's 358 days over 2 people. Oh, okay then. I do like that they brought them back for like 2.8 and Kingdom Hearts 3. Every so often I get tempted by Twitch Turbo, but fuck paying Twitch 12 €. Is it €12 a month? You said you'd be doing post 6.0 content today. I will be. In the next few minutes. Now, I don't know if I'll be doing 2 or 3 streams this week because my work week is still not fully over. I will be on all day Thursday, like the good old days. I might be on Friday evening. I'm now at that stage where I do not promise days anymore because I promise days and they don't fucking happen. I won't be able to join you. I'm still in Shadowbringers. Oh no! I am past the Endwalker story, so I'm now in the area between Endwalker and Dawntrail. Like last week. Now, well, last week was I tried. It was impossible. This week is different. This week is more fleshed out. At least on this alt. Oh, okay, now I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I thought you meant you actually hadn't finished Shadowbringers at all yet. But you just meant join in general. Days turn to weeks. I know. The house is almost bought. I'm hoping for that to end soon. I am hoping for it to come to an end. When the monotony of my work finally comes to a grinding halt. And I can go do something a little less time consuming. Which is the plan. It's just to find something less time consuming. Because where I am now is a pain in the fucking arse. Also, where the oh yeah. There you go. I forgot where I was. I forgot where Ratatan was. It's been so long since I've needed to go there. I had completely forgotten where it was. Finally alive. I am, Taz. How are you doing? how have you been? How's work been? You do the jumbo cacpot. I do. I had to go and redo it last night because I realized because I hadn't been around in the last week and I hadn't been able to didn't get to go near Final Fantasy. My ticket ran out. And I'm starting to think my ticket runs out far more than I actually get to do it. Which is a shame because now we're in the middle of the 50% extra. It's the one time I should be doing it a whole lot more, but I am not. I've accomplished my goal today. I made a new friend. So I'm going to head back to this Toons world and then switch to my main. No worries. Enjoy the journey back over. Remember, don't buy the peanuts on the plane. Absolutely filled with semen. You win the first prize yet? No, I won like fourth or third prize. I think. Yeah. Oh, I think I've gone as far as the third prize. Or yeah, I've gone as far as the third prize. Mostly just the commissary prizes though. I'm not good with lotto gambling. I don't even do lotto tickets in real life. I just stay away from any form of gambling regardless because I'm just shit at it. Why not just choose the right numbers? It's easy. I've tried choosing the right numbers. The right numbers apparently are never the right numbers. That is a nice armor set. Don't like it on a bard though. What? Why? The bow is a bit off on that. One second while I try to remember how to play, apparently. Apparently I've forgotten. I mostly try to do the lot or the cacpot every week. I just don't win. Gotten to the point where I just randomize everything at this stage. And I've still achieved absolutely nothing. Which actually, you know, that's a goal for life. You know what? Never ever attempt to gamble no matter what. And I don't mean that from an addiction point of view or gambling's bad. I mean, just don't, because you're going to waste all your fucking money and win absolutely nothing. And then all you've done and all you've achieved is you've just given your money to someone else and you've got nothing in return. I am perfectly fine at wasting my own money. I don't need to waste it on something else that's going to waste it for me. Everything in life is a gamble. Yes, and I'm gambling on not gambling. Stay in school. Gamble your money on your college debt. Wise words. I wanted a warg set, so I've been running the same level 80 dungeon like 60 times. You know, I still haven't actually bothered my arse going after a dungeon set. I've literally not even... Well, actually, no, technically I have. I'm pretty sure my boots is from one of the Stormblood raids, I think. Yeah, and then my... Yeah, and then my Gunbreaker is from Boja. That's as much actual grinding as I've done for a gear set. I just haven't had the time. This job has just absolutely sucked every ounce of time that I have. Fuck that. Bring the shady as fuck Counter-Strike gambling sites. They're still there. They're not gone. Jesus, there's full streams on that, for God's sake. They haven't disappeared in the slightest. People absolutely love multicolored guns. absolutely love them. The same? Look, there's just something awe-inspiring about shooting someone from half a mile away and you know that they can see the slight tingling glint of a diamond in the distance, and you know full well that that is in fact your sniper rifle they can see. Why do I have to walk with them? Could I not actually just warp them with me? Hold on, can we fucking key to the past? Can we just get you out of the way, please? You are obstructing my view. I don't remember what we were doing last time. All I remember is that this has something to do... Oh yeah, because we came back to our world after being to the 13th. That's what it was. I remember story now. I remember how story works. How have you been anyway, Kev? How has life been treating you? 1 month left, Steve. I know there's a month left. I know. That's why we're doing this. I have very few streams planned away from Final Fantasy at the moment. With like 2. I have two planned that aren't Final Fantasy. One is Wuthering Waves, if I could be arsed to actually download it. And the first one is Temtem. I want to do one stream of that clusterfuck. Because we haven't done another MMO in a bit. I wanted to do that on Thursday, but I don't want that to be like my second stream back after a hiatus. I'd rather munch through as much Final Fantasy as possible. Is munch the right word? Like, isn't that the word I should have gone with? Because it doesn't make it sound like I'm hungry for content. It just sounds like I'm sexually harassing the content. I feel like I'm in the wrong. We could attempt to introduce Zero to Murad herself, but Mikhail is more likely to be available. In what regards? Discuss Myriad's Miane. Munch, manched, verb, eat something steadily and often audibly. That sounds horrible. Like, that sounds just genuinely horrible. It's like, he was having a really good munch. And what do you mean by a really good munch? Well, like, we could see him eating, but we could fucking hear him eating. We could hear him before we saw him. I hate loud chewing. I also hate the sound of, like, crinkling crisp packets. It really, really annoys me. Like, it creates like a small angry tick in my ear. This is the place. The air is different here, and I speak not of the heat. There's a texture to it, a fullness, unlike that of elsewhere. You smell the cooking, I believe. Hannish cuisine is quite fragrant and delicious. I hope you will agree. I thought you was talking about the whiskey. It's just something about the actual sound of someone chewing that just really pisses me off. Especially if you're in a quiet room and that's all you can hear. And I'm pretty sure it stems from my dad, because anytime we were having dinner, my dad would always look across the table and ask if I was chewing stones. Welcome to Myred's Miane. Greetings, Miel. And may I introduce you to Zero? She's an esteemed guest, and I ask that you see to her meals during her stay. Ah yes, Murad has told me all. Please come to us wherever you're hungry. We'll look after you. Oof, gotta love those sounds. Just feel like they are stabbing straight into your skull. I hate hearing someone eat. Just bloody hate mastication sounds. It's the chewing I dislike. If you can hear someone slapping saliva around while they're chewing, that's a different thing altogether. That's not hate, that's torture. That's someone who doesn't know how to eat. While chewing, it annoys me to quite a hefty degree, but I can ignore it because, you know, they're trying to survive. There's no real other way for them to get sustenance into their being. So you can understand the need to make some sounds. I don't know how to eat. I know you don't. You made me record an entire video on my phone and send it to you of me eating a cucumber. And I don't know why you specifically chose cucumber. It was odd, but I needed to help you. If they talk while eating. Some people are fine when they talk, when they're eating. There's a nuance to it. It's different when someone's trying to talk with their mouth full and they're chewing. Then it's just rude more than anything. But if someone's just lightly chewing something and able to talk through it, for me, it's not overly bad. Steve, is there something we need to know? Yes, the world will end come 2046. Sentient life forms known as the fuckbots will take over the world. They were originally of Chinese origin, but somewhere within the Seashell Islands they were rigged, twisted, and reprogrammed into murderous hate robots that will take over the world. We will, however, all live peacefully, united as one, in some kind of robotic prison. Is that what you wanted to know? "2046. Well, I'm sure I'll fade away by then. I'll still be fucking alive. It's only 20 years away." What are you on about? No. I'm gonna say something, but I won't. Because I'm being kind and caring. But if I was gonna ask, I'd ask how you are. While the palace cooks can prepare whatever you desire, it's certainly a quick and convenient food. I'll remember it. Who are the ones there moving their bodies about? Is it for some ritual related to eating? The dancers, they move their bodies to bring pleasure to those who are watching. 'Tis a form of entertainment, part of our culture. How needlessly complicated. We Voidsent prefer simpler pleasures. That may be the way of it now, but your world too must have had such complicated diversions once. I don't remember. Well, let us move on. I propose we visit Balashan Bazaar before goods world over may be found. Where goods the world over may be found. I can't speak. This is why I'm not allowed in places. And it's why we can't have nice things, because I ruin it all and I'm sorry. Look, I'm not a librarian. I just turned 24, I'm too old already. What the fuck does that do for the rest of us in our 30s? The hell did we do to you? Oh, there we are. Too old. Look. My knees might crack when I stand up. I might feel a shooting fiery pain across my lower back if I bend over to pick up something heavier than a piece of paper. Sometimes when I sleep, I audibly choke on air. And every now and again when I wake up, I feel like I haven't slept in months. But I wouldn't call that old. It's an evolutionary form. It's It's intimidation through mortality. What are all these things for? What do you do here? We buy things. This is a marketplace where people buy and sell goods. Since its earliest days, Raditz-Han has served as a trading hub, and you'll find not only local products, but wares from distant lands. I should mention that the vendors generally only accept payment in coin or tombstones. If there is aught you desire, I shall take care of it. So that's what tombstones are for. Voidsent returned with them on occasion, but I never knew their purpose. They struck me as useless trinkets, and I couldn't understand your obsession with them. On that subject, there appeared to be no shops in the 13th. Do you never make bargains in which possessions are exchanged? We do, but rarely. We strike bargains when we want something done. If we desire an object, we kill whoever has it. I see. Your bargains may be likened to employment, I believe. I shall bear this in mind. With that, let us continue on. I propose we head to the High Crucible of Alchemia. You're a young 30, I'm an old 24. I don't think there's a distinction between those two, and I think you are pulling my leg. Don't you try and butter me up. I miss my youth. I miss going outside with no responsibility, screaming at trees, fighting wildlife. Every now and again running into a lamppost. I miss those days. Now it's all go here, do this, go there, do that. Here's some money. Not enough to survive, but here's money. Why, Master Vitra? How may we serve you this day? If you're here for your vessel, I'm afraid we're still tending to it. No, there's no rush. Pray take as much time as you require and know that I have complete faith in your work. The High Crucible is home to the finest alchemists. They are the ones who created my bodies and can provide you with healing as well. Now that I think on it, you weren't all surprised when I changed forms. Were you aware of my nature from the start, that I was a soul occupying a vessel not my own? It's hardly uncommon in our world. When given the chance, many shed their bodies to claim stronger ones. Oh, you must be the rumoured guest. We've been most eager to meet you. If you have a moment, would you care to stay for some tea? The sisters know we'd love to hear your tales. No, I've had enough food for now and can always obtain more without the need for inane chatter. I can always get food without chatting. Fuck you. Now, no need to decline outright. I dare say you're tired, so let us save it for another time and return to Megaduta. If aught catches your eye en route, do not hesitate to say so. I wish I had the confidence to outright tell someone, nah, if I do feel like I'm hungry, I could just go get it myself without having to fucking listen to you. You can still scream at trees. You just need to fit in while you're doing other things. I don't think the idea of just fitting in is the reason. There are places, there are times where you can literally just scream at a tree and everyone around you will be accepting and understanding. But in most places, people will just stand and stare. And I don't have the confidence for that. I wish I did, but I don't. I would be embarrassed and flustered. Why the fuck is my map telling me one way and then another? You absolute penis. Okay, there we go. I don't want to walk from point A to point B. Could you, for the love of God, just let me teleport? I'm sure they can teleport with me. I recommend taking outdoor showers so you can mix your tree screaming with bathing. That sounds lovely. But also, it does sound like I would draw attention to myself. Look at that naked man over there, washing himself in the rain, screaming at that oak tree. Is he having a conversation with a squirrel? I'm pretty sure I just heard him call a squash dick. You can use the internet while they're following you. What would using the internet do with anything? These are mulberry trees. While the fruits are indeed edible, more important are the leaves which we feed to silkworms. Without the creatures, we wouldn't have the silk to make our famous Tavarian weave. Furthermore, the bark of the tree also possesses medicinal properties. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more useful plant. Is that so? Aside from food, I wouldn't have considered any other purpose for it. Master Vitra, and Rathian too. Just make sure it has a musical list. Wait, what? If it isn't young Merad, and that must be your sister, Esra. Is all well at the orphanage? Yes, Your Excellency. The other children are very nice and we all look out for one another. Oh, just the other day, Estinian came to see us. Everyone was really excited. Truly, Estinian paid you a visit. That is well. Is she a new friend? Internet, sorry. You can use it while you got the NPCs following you. Wait, you can use the Ethernet while they're following me? Ugh. I wish I had known. Then you can say you're singing in the shower but actually screaming at trees. I'm pretty sure people would notice that I'm screaming at a tree. I am pretty sure people would catch on very quickly that while screaming at a tree and me personally screaming, "Fuck you tree, I do what I want," probably isn't a song. But I do like the idea of you spitballing ideas for you to specifically be able to just take a shower in the rain while screaming at a tree. I know I shouldn't have that much faith in other people, but on this occasion I do think they would notice. It is not hard to notice a man rubbing himself up and down bollock naked with his dick swinging in the rain, rubbing shampoo in his hair while he is screaming at an oak tree. With these songs these days, it could very well be. This is true. This is true. Ooh, excuse me. Yes, Estinian. What's up? Why are you screaming my name in all caps? Did I miss a payment? Are you my insurance company? Friend, do you know what that is? What? You mean you don't? She's a visitor from a faraway land, you see, and is still unfamiliar with our language. Then we'll teach you. A friend is someone you like to play with. Play with? Xenos seemed to be enjoying himself when he fought you. Is that the same thing? More or less, yeah. I want to make a band where all the songs are negative towards trees. Like towards all trees? Or are you just going to have it where you were just systematically every song is about different trees? I see, but is having someone to play with so fulfilling? I still do not understand why. Why he traversed the great expanse, why he risked life and limb for you. but I waste energy dwelling on such things. I'm not Xenos. I stand to gain nothing by knowing his heart. I'm sorry I couldn't explain it well. There's no need to apologise, the fault is not yours but mine for failing to make sense of your words. And it's also because you're 10 years of age and you have the speaking ability of a fucking rat being electrocuted. Well, we'd better get back to our errand. Goodbye, it was nice meeting you. If I was going to make a band, I want the band's central theme for music to be based around isosceles triangles. I want every song to have something to do with isosceles triangles. And then somewhere in the near future, I want our distant relatives to treat our band as if they were Shakespeare and start teaching all of the songs in college classes while trying to explain this magical meaning behind every song, when realistically it's just us talking shit about isosceles triangles. Nothing about them, nothing beyond them, no hate towards them. Just for the sake of it. Because realistically, that's all Shakespeare was. It was just highbrow comedy in their days. It was like us watching Cheech and Chong. And now we revere it as some fucking hyper literature. Humans are funny. Through Xenos, I thought I understood the ways of your world. But the more I learn of it, the more I realise how little I actually know. It's also strange, your behaviour and your reasons. I find myself baffled at every turn. But the feeling is not unwelcome. I'm learning, bit by bit. It was the right decision to join you. I believe Zero's time here has been rewarding, and was in no small part due to your company. My thanks for agreeing to join us. Come, let us return to Megaduta. Let's do some Mega Duty. By visiting the toilet. You fuckers just run off without me and leave me. You beat up Xenos and took his demon girl. Ah yes, it's like being in secondary school all over again. The drama. She's not even interested in me. That's the worst part. Beat the shit out of him. Took his girl. And she's not overly fond of me. She's just sticking around for a bit. Huh, like someone took my old look. The boots I used to wear. Then pulled the I can fix her card. Yeah, and then quickly realised I can't. Welcome back, Master Dragonborn. Will you be heading to the guest chambers? Yes. Unless your mom's visiting. Where's her chambers? Please tell me it's voiced. I want to have a smoke.
So, what are your impressions of Radzatan?
Oh, cat. Get off the plug.
There's a lot of mortals.
Down. Bloody cat.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. though they would call each other people, I think. If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around. There's only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all.
She does have a good voice actor.
While I remember some few tales of the past, I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough,
Just in comparison to that,
then I will
most of
tell
the
you
English,
the events that saw darkness
they're alright,
engulf
but
our
they're not as
world.
good as the Japanese ones.
The Contra Memoria.
We are all ears. Please.
Long ago, light filled the world and all was at peace. But then the servants of darkness came.
A lot of the
They bequeathed a
post-Endwalker
black
cutscenes
art
were
unto
voiced.
men.
It was a pleasant surprise. It's a very pleasant surprise. I expected none of them to be
Channeling
voiced.
the power of hope and prayer, one could call forth fearsome beings known as Eidolons.
The Asians. And these Eidolons are surely primals.
Then you have faced the same, and understand that when an Eidolon is birthed, strife follows. And in such strife, the weak are the first to suffer. When it seemed the world would be plunged into chaos, heroes appeared. They who were blessed with a singular power. The power to bind the ether of Eidolons within crystals known as Memoria.
Oh, okay, so that's how they actually fought them. They imprisoned them! Especially
My
after how
mother was
much I
one
hated the
such
post-Shadowbringers part. I didn't like
But
the
in fighting to
post-Shadowbringers.
save many,
I didn't.
she herself was touched by darkness.
I liked the story. I didn't like the
As was I.
the amount of reading material I had to go through.
And so you were born part Void Sent, before the world was overcome.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
They did. They expunged the seeds of chaos and restored the peace, only to find themselves seduced by the darkness they had sealed. They spread the taint, transforming men into monsters, what you call Void Sent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
Not the first to be corrupted by power, nor the last.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them. For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
The flood of darkness.
The stars faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality. I was cast into the rift, and there trapped for what felt like an eternity. Until I came upon a crack. Tiny, infinitesimal.
I like the main story part.
but
There
enough
was so
for me
much
to
filler.
squeeze through.
It was a part where you have to collect bloody clay, and that has to be a 5-step
and
process.
find my
Yeah, I
world
remember that.
changed beyond
I remember that
recognition
process.
into the lightless
Also, you could
waste
rebuild
you
the fucking
saw.
clay guys. Just so you could get
So
through
that
a
is how you were
fucking
able
a
to
tunnel.
escape becoming a Void Sent in full.
A tunnel you could definitely have just traveled through with a mount.
I suppose I should consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured. We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
A lost world, you say? I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
What are you getting at?
To explain requires that we initiate you into the truth of the source and its reflections. Be warned that this will take a while.
In my case, over 2,000 hours. So we could be here a bit. Could we summarize it, please? Okay, we're just feeding her information through hand gestures, so that's fine. I'm sure she'll understand. I vaguely remember it myself.
Then, unlike the worlds that have been rejoined, mine still...
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome. So the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction. After which, some intrepid young souls
The cat's trying to be a
succeeded in
dick.
restoring life back to lands thought lost to light. Which gives me cause to hope the day may yet come when life springs forth anew in the 13th. Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees.
Do we get to try
But having
and fix the
experienced what
13th?
we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to...
Completely forget about it altogether and we're going to
But
live here happily ever
The
after.
sole reason you came to the Void was...
To find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more. But we scions, former scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of not leaving well enough alone. And old habits die hard, don't they, my friend?
I don't know if I like nice Estinian.
Restoring the
I think
light
I
will
preferred
serve
him when he
our
was
efforts to
brooding.
Find and free Ashdaya. There is no reason not to try.
Looks at the 13th. I could fix her too.
Do as you will. I have no
Imagine him
desire to save
talking like that
world.
to a small Lala. It feels really weird. It does feel
Be that
weird.
as it may,
It's worse when you think
we will
about that
have
this is
need of
him in
your power
company.
when
Imagine
next
if
we
it's just
face
him and
Voidsent.
Alphino. Where he would probably talk like that most of the time.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price.
For saving your world, that is the fucking price. How dare you?
And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more. A lot more. I will consider this a deposit.
How did we go from such a tense air to this? Boy, you know how far I am into the story, right? How much further have I got the post content? Much further have I got? Not much. Excellent. I've almost caught up. To our time when the void was short, we managed to ascertain that my sister yet lives, and it cannot be overstated how fortunate we are to have met Zero. That, for the love of all that is fucking holy. Stop. Go up there, sit down, and relax. But the greater blessing is nevertheless you, my friend, for your encouragement to embark upon my search anew and your help in overcoming the challenges thus far. I'm probably going to blip off screen in a second. Yeah, here it comes. Fucking cat. Cat is being a dick. It's a while of cutscenes and stuff, but comparatively, not much. Golbez and his minions will seek to stymie our efforts. Of this we can be sure. But with all you at my side, I have confidence that we will succeed. That we will find and liberate my sister, and that we shall return home together. In a shopping trolley, because it's all we brought. We didn't realise how big she was still going to be. The Warrior of Light is just there to push. Because that's all I'm ever fucking there for. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Elsewhere, across the stream.
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbariccia. Useless, the both of them.
I understand why you would call them useless, but have we not considered that I might just be amazing?
"'Twas no lie. They conspire with a Memoriat.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here. The war looms nigh. We cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them.
Well, I hope it's a better plan than the others fucking had.
In order to guarantee success, however, I will require Cagnazzo's cooperation. There's sport to be had, then I'll play along. As much as I dislike following your lead, I have no patience for scheming.
Well and good to have confidence, but do not forget the cost of failure.
It's death, right? The cost of failure is death.
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
Then I will trust in
You only
your
save the
oath
country, then the
and
world,
your
then another world, then the
plan.
universe. Don't let that go to your head.
It will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow.
It's almost as if owning a company, and then after owning a company, you decide to buy a car. Don't let the overconfidence of owning a company dwarf the giant circumstances and undertaking of owning said car that you bought from a mate down the road that you gave a ham sandwich to.
Sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps. The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause, and so you must fall. What irony that the blessed damned should set us free.
I hate the fact that I'm known as the Blessed Damned. How dare you? I am neither damned nor blessed. I am merely
As
procrastinating.
I swore so long ago.
Those boots look real fucking uncomfortable. That armor looks uncomfortable. Like, that's a lot of chafing. There is no ballroom in that. It looks like if you farted in it, it would
Lies
stick.
Open. At long last, my ambition shall be fulfilled.
The man just wants to get a coffee from Starbucks. That's all it is. Their last Starbucks was wiped out eons ago. Now he has a chance. A world that might have a Starbucks. He just wants in. Once more onto the void. Rathian, as always, your timing is most fortuitous. I wish to share with you news concerning Zero. You will recall that in exchange for Aether, she agreed to aid us in our search for my sister. At Estola's suggestion, I began providing said Aether in the form of food. Zero has found the arrangement to be agreeable and has been eating steadily. In large part due to that, she claims to have already made a full recovery. If you and the others are ready as well, I would set forth for the void once more. I could have actually just said that out loud. I don't know why I typed it. You have your answer, I'm not repeating it. I didn't use energy the first time. Excellent, I shall inform Estola and Estinian and then go to collect my other vessel from the alchemists. In the meantime, might I ask you to fetch Zero? She was absent when I visited her chambers earlier, but I suspect you will find her in the corridor connecting Yuge and Kama. It seems she's grown partial to the view of the city it affords. Once we have attended to our respective tasks, let us gather here. What if I never find her? What if she's been eaten by rabid coyotes? Or worse, bought into a pyramid scheme. Where the fuck do you want me to go? I am not spending money on something I can freely teleport to. I will not do it. I'm too cheap for that shit. I still have bills to pay. I still have a debt to repay. Oh, you're up. God damn it. Oh, I think I can go up here, can I? But he is your idiot. Yeah! Don't you forget it. I will constantly remind you of that all night long while I eat pizza. Constantly. Oh, okay, I am an idiot. I was too busy rambling and I forgot where I was going. I wasn't paying attention. I'm trying. Thing is, I just realized, I was like thinking to myself, what the fuck will we do once we're done the post content? I just realized because we spent so long doing the entire story, I haven't done anything else. I still have everything else to do.
Everyone is so carefree.
Probably because their city almost burned down a while back. And now they have a bit of peace and quiet.
Unafraid and unconcerned in spite of their weakness. and how easily their lives could be torn apart in an instant. Such luxuries are lost to us. We have no hopes or dreams, not even the release of death. Only hunger.
But pizza! You could have pizza.
Others are a means to an end. At times, a literal one.
Go for the necromancer title. I will be. Don't worry, I will
forge
be.
Covenants with men and come here to feed. Or to die. I thought it would be no different when I was summoned by Xenos. Lives were tools to him, to be used and discarded at whim. In that respect, he was a void-centered heart. But towards you, and you alone, he behaved differently. And I cannot fathom why.
Is it because I'm strikingly handsome? Did he have a thing for my jawline?
What was it that drove him? What made him choose such an end?
Lust. He loved me like no other.
But enough about that man. He is dead and we are all better for it. Why are you here? Was there something you needed?
I haven't done Palace of the Dead in so long. I was using it for leveling at one point.
Then as per our bargain, I will go as well.
Okay, can I jump down from... Aha! Oh god! Thank god you can't die outside of combat. I would have died a lot. We got a whole lot. Yes, please. Guys, you can get pizza whenever you want. You know that, right? You're allowed to do that. Is it good for leveling? It is from like to level 50. It's like once you hit level 50, then you jump to doing Heaven on High instead. Or not Heaven on High. Was Heaven on High starting at 50? Or did it start at 60? I think it starts at 60. Like Papa Joan and have 30 pizzas in 20 days. No, I have a diet to maintain. If I only ate pizza, I'd have no time for chocolate. If you're ready to get back to it, then so am I. What was the point of talking to you? Okay, there we are. It's good to see you again. I'm sorry I've been away for so long.
Everyone is here? Good.
When work in the house, it has taken a fucking toll. But that's already enough, Steve. See you in 2 weeks.
What is it?
But Papa John sees pizza as actually good for you. He says pizza's good for you. Of course he would. He's trying to sell pizza. Ah.
He's calling.
What is the meaning of this?
Unless I'm mistaken, that was intended for one of your kin. Who?
It was for the briefest of moments, but I felt her. Ashdire.
I thought she was in the void.
As did I. Yet the presence was unmistakable.
Have you seen Papa John?
Did
I
call
haven't.
out, only
Regale
for it to
me.
fade and vanish.
Perhaps she crossed over to the source, then immediately turned back.
Yeah, he says a lot of unhinged things.
I do not know.
But he's been in a few scandals.
Could she have found a way home?
The how of it aside, if she was indeed in the source, there may be clues where she came through that could lead us back to her. Where exactly was it that you felt her presence?
Far to the north. That was all I could discern.
Oh,
I've had
Lord.
over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days. Livy currently and Mark Shapiro should be in jail. He has no pizza experience. He's never been in the pizza category. I would just say,
What is
stay
happening?
tuned. The day of reckoning will come. The record will be straight.
Why not set the record straight now? I mean, what is it about the record that's not straight?
Stay tuned.
What? Okay.
Mods, yeah, this has been an ongoing thing for a while.
For as long as games have existed.
Autoplay. I won't ask you to autoplay anything. How dare you? The day of reckoning will come. Clearly. Absolute lunatic. Yeah, no, he's genuinely a bad guy and deserves to be in jail. You see, that part I know. But I'd never known why.
The north, you say? Beyond the bounty? Garlemald?
As good a place to start as any. My apologies, Zero, but your return to the Void will have to wait.
I told you before that I have no reason to go back there. Do as you will.
All right. I presume you wish to stay here in Radzatan until we return?
Worse than McAfee, because McAfee's a rabbit hole I only went down once. I don't know if it's worse than McAfee, because I don't understand the ins and
You've
outs of
kept me
things.
amply fed.
I just know that they're
I wouldn't
both
be averse, though,
fucking
to the
unhinged. The whale fucking. You have linked that video before, and that one
If
has been a bit
Ashdire was
weird.
indeed here, other Void
Well,
Saints
his
may
tweet
have
was a
made the
bit weird.
journey as well. Very well. We would welcome your company.
Look, any publicity is good publicity, unless it involves whale
It's
fucking.
decided. Then I'll contact our associates in Garlemald. It's me. Still talking everyone's ears off, I trust? Understood. We'll see you there. We're to rendezvous at Tertium. We'll need to teleport to make it there in time. Can you?
Aye. I know it well from my time as an avatar.
Then it seems we're all set.
If there is nothing else, let us see to our final preparations.
I have no idea what's happening besides just chasing his sister. I'm assuming we're being led into a trap. Like the only thing you can remember is the whale fucking. But to be fair, that's what most people remember, because that is a very unhinged thing to say. Bad enough if it's not an actual thing. It's worse if he genuinely meant it and was. Set the record straight. By all accounts, Azdaja is Golba's prisoner, yet if she was in the source, it could be that she managed to escape from the void, if only for a fleeting moment. But that is more conjecture. If we want the truth, then we must go and find her. Come, let's make for Teretum. Our friends are waiting. Man, he looked like the Joker without makeup. Most of them do. Most of those people are like a vodka and Red Bull away from trying to buy the fucking moon.
Any moment now.
My friends, 'tis good to see you again.
Buying the moon sounds like an Elon
I was
move.
worried that the cold wouldn't agree with you.
I don't know if he
but you're
would
both
go
looking quite well.
that hard for it. I think Elon would go for other
You get
things.
used to it. It helps that there's no
Like
shortage
buying
of
Alaska.
fuel and heaters like before.
Glad to hear it. Have you been working in Garlemald all this time?
He'd probably call it like
We have.
XYL Moon
Though
or
the
some
worst is
shit.
behind them,
He'd brand
we'll
it.
still have a long road ahead. With the
The
nation in
X
ruins
Rock.
and the leadership void yet to be filled,
X
there
Moon.
remains a lack of direction, a pervasive sense of aimlessness and worry.
Still, everyone wants to make things better. And we're here to help. A lot of Garleans wanted nothing to do with us, but they're starting to come round. Slowly, but surely.
You're doing a fine job. Please keep me out of it. I know nothing about politics.
You're too kind. But it's thanks to the cooperation of like-minded souls that we've been able to make any progress. The allied nations continue to send supplies, which allow us to meet basic needs such as food and shelter. Meanwhile, Euless and a number of soldiers have begun a restoration initiative, with more and more volunteers joining by the day.
How long before we get a home quarters in Garlean?
Like Alphino said, they've got a long road ahead of them. But we'll get there
We have an
together.
exciting new announcement.
One
Introducing
step at a time.
SkyX. They would literally have
But enough about
nuked
events.
the letter X into the moon
What
so it can
brings
be
you to
seen
us?
from
And
Earth.
with new company, besides.
This may take rather a long time to explain, but bear with me.
I want to steal this coat. Who do I have to kill to get that?
The 13th. After traveling to the edge of existence, I thought you'd keep your escapades closer to home for a while. But I suppose there's no stopping you. Not that I'm one to talk, of course.
You've got to
The
kill
heart of an
Papa
adventure cannot
John.
be denied.
He will do that himself. We just have to wait. Patiently.
You could have at least invited me, too. Surely there was room enough for me and Grahar in the Undersea Vault.
I thought you were busy. Don't think she was a choice.
I know, I know. I only meant to tease. Mostly. But on a more serious note, are we sure it's wise to keep Xenos' former
I want to steal
avatar
this cool black mage dress. She's got style. I think you can buy that off the Mog store.
I understand how you came to work together, but nevertheless...
You're right to be cautious. I'm a void sent, after all. But do not conflate me with Xenos. To recall my time in his service, it angers me.
Is that so? I think we'll get along just fine, you and I.
Now that we are all caught up, to the matter at hand. As we were about to resume our search in the void, I felt the presence of my sister Ajdaya in the source. Somewhere in the far north, perhaps even here in Galmald. If you have seen or heard anything out of the ordinary, I must know.
As a matter of fact, we may
They
have.
should sell it in real life. Amazon. Just check Amazon.
In recent days, we have had to contend with a surprising number of voidsent. And not the lesser kind that occasionally manifest, but ones possessed of considerable power.
You think they might have been summoned? By whom?
We're not sure. But as Euless reminded us, practitioners of a certain traditional Garlean art rely upon void-sent servants. The very same I believe you have mastered. While there are no known Reapers left in Garlemald, we can't rule out the possibility that some are working in secret.
To summon not one, but several powerful voidsent is no small feat. But if Ajdaya was indeed called from the void...
Then it is likely the same party is responsible.
But she's technically not a void sent, so how would they summon her?
The etheric confluence at the Tower of Babel may have triggered an expansion of natural fissures one could use to cross over. But I think that improbable, if not impossible.
Then we must assume these events have indeed been orchestrated.
Well, summoned or no, we've been trying to track them to their origin. It's the mountains to the east, we think.
Can you guide us there?
I would, but the terrain is too
I love it when
difficult to
characters
traverse
bring
on
up
foot.
that you've mastered
Nor is
jobs in
flying an option
cutscenes.
due
I
to the
do too.
winds.
I do like those little parts.
Too much ground to cover in any case. Is there no way to narrow it down?
And sometimes it's to the point where I genuinely automatically
There is one
assume
place
that
we
they
ought to
just
look first.
say
An
it
isolated
anyway,
village
as if they
rumored to
thought you
once
would
been
have.
home to a Reaper order.
That would indeed make an excellent start. Though the question of how to get there remains.
Euless may be of assistance. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass and consult him.
Why is it called Broken Glass? Why did we call the camp that? Oh, okay, you all travel there while I have to go there by myself. Fantastic. Meet David as Commander Zavala if you haven't heard it yet. Oh, I do want to hear it. I do want to hear this.
I won't lose another soldier in this war. I used to think I'd give anything to bring you back. I won't lose another soldier in this war. I used to think I'd give anything to bring you back. I won't lose another.
I still miss the old voice actor, but it's Keith David. I can't say no to Keith David. Exactly, it's not Lance Reddick, but it is his own voice. That's the one thing I like about Keith David. He doesn't try to shill out, to try to copy whoever he's filling in for. He just says, fuck it, I'm Keith David, we're doing that. It's what you'd expect from like Mark Hamill. I just do my own and that's it. And it works 100% of the time, all the time. Lance's voice was very fitting. Do we know if he finished his parts in John Wick 4? Because I haven't actually gotten to watch the new John Wick yet. Or was it the first two? Was it the third one that only came out? Can't remember. Going from Nanamo, dying and doing nothing to help, even though I'm a white mage, to Kryl calling me the best healer, they have made me smile. Kryl has clearly never seen me heal. Poyo just uses me as a co-healer just to make things more fun for herself, because I'm that shit. I am not a good healer. In the fort he isn't in. Then it's the third one then that I was wondering. I thought it was the third one around there is when he died. Oh, Rathian, what a welcome surprise. And I see you're travelling with a large crew as usual. Yeah, I talked with Poyo. How you made her better as a healer. God fucking damn it. Not to suggest that's an inconvenience for us, would be happy to share our supplies with you and your allies should you require any. Apologies if we interrupt, Julius, but there's a matter we wish to discuss. We've just finished our routine briefing, so you've come at a good time. Is this about the Void Scent? She knows you just won't get in her way. I'm in everybody's way. I am an obstacle. It's one of my fundamental charms. Doesn't matter where you're going in life, somehow I'm just in the way. Be it I'm talking over you or I'm just making too much noise. Whatever it is, I'm ruining it for everybody. And you're welcome. What big obstacle with a ginger beard. Thank you, I'll take that as a compliment. It is, far from what we can discern. They are coming from the mountains to the east. Practitioners of the Reaper arts once lived in that area, did they not? Meaning another healer taking her spot. Stealing heals. Oh, don't worry, I won't be stealing heals. I'm too shit at it. Yes, they had a village there in the Lapis Manalis caverns. The Sight Wielders forged pacts with Void Scent and took to battle with the beings at their side. For a time they played an invaluable role in our military, but the advent of Magitech saw them fall out of favour. And when some were unmasked as insurrectionists, the order was outlawed. The village is believed to be long abandoned. I've been playing Scholar and Boja and I don't know what my buttons do. Celine is the real healer. It's grand. Wait for the day that you and Celine can merge as one. Speaking of their art, it seems you've picked it up. Who was it that taught you? Jesus Christ, everybody knows I'm a Reaper. Well, I suppose it's neither here nor there now. My sister has been taken captive by Voids and I sensed her presence in this land and have come in search of her. If Voidsent have been sighted here, then I believe there is a connection. We should like to investigate these caverns you mentioned, but Alphino tells us they are not easily reached. I'm afraid so. Deep snow and tumultuous winds rule out walking and flying. If you want to get anywhere, you're going to need a Magitech snowcraft. Alas, the last remaining functional one we had has broken down. Should still be over in Cerulean Ingens, where it was abandoned. Because, you know, we really needed these things to get around, and that one broke down, so we just fucking left it. Is there anyone who can fix it? Perhaps the former engineers at Tapper's Den. Their duty included transporting cerulean tanks to Jatuna Platform G using snowcraft. I expect they had to maintain a few over the years. That's worth looking into, I'd say. In the course of delivering provisions, I've come to know the people there quite well. If they can help us, I'm sure they will. May I ask you to accompany her? Given the presence of Voidsand, it's best that we avoid travelling alone. In the meantime, will you not tell me more about the mountain? I'd like to learn as much as I can before commencing our search in earnest. Come with me, I'll introduce you to someone who's well versed in the local geography. Elise, was it? I wish to speak with you. In that case, why don't you come with us to Tapper's Den? We can chat on the way. And then there were two. Come on, giraffe. Use that unmissable size to break the laws of physics and fly. Even as the idea of magic goes, this is a bit off the wall when you think about it. How you doing, Opalina? How's the evening treating you? They took my Celine button, so I accidentally summoned Eos. You poor soul.
What was it you wished to talk about?
Yay, cutscene. I love not having to do anything.
Why do you help these people? What is it that you stand to gain?
I'm sorry?
You don't act on behalf of a higher power, nor are you bound by a contract. In spite of this, you help them. Why?
S ranks, some S ranks, and oh yeah, S ranks have to get sweet ass tiger.
I help them because
are you
I
a part of a
want to.
Discord for it, or are you
Because
just
it's the
hoping
right
you
thing
stumble
to
upon
do.
them?
But what do you stand to gain? You didn't answer the question.
Didn't I? I followed my heart. What I got out of it came after. Was there anything else? If
Baloo is
not,
my go-to
let's
Discord.
keep
Oh,
moving.
fair enough. I still haven't tried any of them, so I haven't done any in
Right.
Discords for it. I haven't done any hunt trains or that yet. I'll wait till I'm actually finally done with Endwalker.
To act not out of obligation or in pursuit of gain. To simply live. And they survive like this.
She is right. We are all mental. And she's not completely wrong. Speak with Elise again, because we couldn't get the conversation over with in the one go, so now we have to do it twice. To get back to it, but before we do... You are right, Zero. Did I say something that confused or upset you? No, I'm simply trying to understand your perspective. If you wish to continue, I'm ready and able. Well, that's a relief. This isn't the sort of place you want to mull over things. It's not much farther to Trapper's Den. I doubt we'll have much trouble finding an engineer when we arrive, so let's speak with the first one we spot. Right, so as we had happily mentioned earlier, it's now hitting the 2-hour mark, and it's 8 o'clock for me, and as some of you have seen, I have been promised sweet, sweet pizza, and I would like to go and enjoy that pizza. Ooh, Power Ranger outfit. I still didn't fucking do any of that. Should have, but I didn't. Oh no, wait, I did. I didn't do that. What am I talking? I did. Yeah, wait, I did. One moment, I'm putting pizza on hold to confirm something. I'm 100% sure I went off and got the Power Ranger outfits at the time. Unless I'm losing my mind. I also have to go and finish, because I think the Fall Guys event is back up. I have to go and finish that, because I never finished it the first time. I do have the outfit, don't I? I'm not mental. I don't want to store an item, I just want to view it. Okay, fuck you, we'll do it a different way. Who said your duties in entertaining us is done? My dad. My dad said it. Jesus, you're everywhere. I am everywhere. And I am Jesus, so I thank you for pointing that out. Are they in my glamour? Oh, because I was looking at weapons. I'm an idiot. Yes, there we go. We do have it. I have got it. I was wondering. See, I've been doing my fucking events. Don't you ever think that I haven't? Okay, right. Oh fuck, seeing as it's actually been a while, we'll log out somewhere different. We'll log out at my own place, because I haven't been in there in a bit, and I would like to hold on to that, because I haven't got time to do anything with it yet. I'm not ready to relinquish my belongings. There we go. Been saved for another 40 days. Oh, we are going to do fantastic things at this place. Fantastic things. I don't know what those things are, but I can assure you they will be fantastic. I'm thinking like a cult den. We can sacrifice Lalafels or something. It's an idea, don't worry. It's just an idea. We might broaden the spectrum to just sacrifices. But, you know, start small. Lalafels are small. Yeah, as I said earlier, it was only going to be a short stream. We've hit the 8 mark. I have pizza and I have Persona 3 to play. And other things. My friend put his hotel room full of ovens and alpacas in them. Why? We just need ovens and alpacas. Why? Well, on one side I want to bake bread, and on the other side I want to cuddle a fucking long-necked goat. I was just about to say those walls is going to cry out in horror. They already cry out in horror. Don't worry. My walls have seen a lot of things. There's nothing in there. Only the walls can see. Not alpacas. Alphas? Why alphas? I suppose you could make chicken. Was that the idea? It was just a room where he could cook chicken. The ovens are there. The alphas are there. The only next upgrade is just to put them in. Fuse them. Alpha chicken. The greatest chicken known to man. Enough to put KFC and Papa John's out of business. Why has it put Papa John's out of business? He just couldn't keep up with the marketing. Show us your boobs. My boobs? This is a bit outright, isn't it? How dare you? You want my boobs? Here. Boobs. You're welcome. Gather our scholars and sacrifice the eons. We could sacrifice more than that. Full walls of ovens from floor to ceiling. Why ovens? How much gil did that cost? I struggled to buy a fucking chair. I could craft the chairs, but I haven't gotten my crafters up yet. But we could. In due time. We will finish Endwalker first. Is he not showing them in the bedroom too? I wear a raincoat to bed. It's Ireland. It's the weather. It's horrible. He just put in a ticket to the Manor Lottery. So... Wait, isn't he just happened to actually get the place, not thinking he would, and didn't know what to do with it, and just said, fuck it, ovens. Look, Ireland's a wet place, okay? You need to wear a raincoat to bed. You don't know when a leak could spring. You don't know. Alright, I am now going over time. I am going to head. I know I said normally I won't be announcing streams at the end of a stream because I don't know when I'll be streaming, but I will stream Thursday. We'll be starting bright and early. We're going to finish this entire fucking post content and finally get it done with. And then we can actually go do other things that don't involve the MSQ. Like creating a random sex den apartment. Some more chocobo racing. Other things. I have a lot of other content to do that I've yet to fully do. You'd think after 2,000 hours I would have the actual MSQ finished, but I've done some random procrastinating and things, but I haven't done all the things. We will do more things. He's not won it yet. Those ovens are in the apartments. Apartments. Plural. No one needs that many ovens. Hey, the glamour Clyde brought me here. Your sense of humor is fantastic. Thank you. I grew it myself. I peeled it from the carcass of my unconfident child self. Unconfident? Non-confident? Incompetent. Fuck it. Incompetent. Sex den, do it. That's probably not the best way to be phrasing this. Thanks for the follow as well, Mavericks, and welcome in. And sorry you just came to the end of the stream as well. I'll be back Thursday though. At a slightly earlier time. Make it sound sexy, why don't you? Not everything I say can be taken as sexy. Like, I can clearly see that I am a golden god of human being and I just exude sexiness, but let's be honest. My level of sexiness is comparable to toast spread with marmalade. There's a hint of sensuality to it, but it's not enough. You're hoping too much. You're not wrong. Thanks. Thanks. I have the sex appeal of a fucking lamp. I am the embodiment of a dropped lasagna. Alright, look, I have talked absolute shite way too much. I must go. Enjoy the rest of the evening, guys. I'll be back Thursday. I have food to enjoy. Thank you for joining me. Sorry I've been gone for so long. I won't do it again. I promise. I know that's something you like. And on that note, I'm out. Love you all. Have a good one. Night.